I should probably follow him because he doesn't look too steady. Oh boy. Well, hello there everybody, Jairus here. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the farm here at Riverbend Springs, and the cows say hello. I'm gonna miss these guys. I'm not gonna lie. You know, it's like I thought about it coming off of the last episode, and I was like, I'm gonna miss them. I really am. They add a nice aesthetic to the farm here. They're all sleeping, look at that. They're all just passed out. That's not creepy or nothing. Just watching a cow sleep. It's okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm getting out of here. I promise. So, like I said in the previous episode, what we're going to do is we're going to work on, unfortunately, saying goodbye to the cows today, and we have to fertilize these fields. We started with the intent of having 2 days per month. I ended up moving that back to just 1 day per month right now. And so, as you can see, overnight here, we've got some progress on the canola fields. And one thing that we obviously have here, as you can tell, is we have weeds. So we're going to have to take care of that. And one other thing that I looked at too, and realizing, you know, I've been holding on to this harvester. If I look at the crop calendar though, so like I said, we have canola. And for the canola, the harvesting months are not going to be until next year. So, because obviously right now we're in September, so there's no need to keep this for right now. So with that being said, we're going to get rid of this because it's costing me money, obviously, to retain this. If I could press the right button. There we go. So like I said, it's costing us money. We still need the fertilizer spreader right now, so obviously we're not going to get rid of that, but we do need to get rid of these items here. All right. So there we go. So we have that. So we still have our cedar, which actually we can get rid of this too, because we're not going to have a need for this right now. There we go. Unfortunately, and that's the terrible part, we bought a lot of seeds, but it is what it is. I'm learning. It's a mistake. I'll make that back in, you know, presumably contract work or something. That'll be fine. So right now what we need to do is I'm going to take care of the fertilizing real quick. We're going to do a second round of that, and then we can go ahead and return the fertilizer spreader back to the shop as well. This is just going to help cut down on the expenses that we're going to incur. You know, we are heading in to the winter months here. They're approaching. They're gonna be here soon, and with that comes a little less activity. You know, with that comes a little less activity when it comes to available jobs and all of that. So we should have enough fertilizer to go ahead and do this. And what we actually have to do too is we have to go over to the shop after this and rent a weeder. So, you know, I'm getting rid of things, but then at the same time I'm having to also keep things. I wish I had actually, in hindsight, I mean, I wish I had done this when this wasn't grown. Because I'm kind of like eyeballing this. I'm going, okay, I kind of have a sense of where it's at. It's much easier, obviously, to see this when you know you don't have this going on. I did it again. I always try to hire AI. Get out of here. There we go. All right. A little bit of a struggle there, but we got it. Alright, so we have the maxed width. And the maxed width is set on here, but I'm just going to make one more tiny pass down the end of this here. Just to make sure that we got it all. Cut our width down here considerably. And we'll just do one more pass here. All right. I was so excited last night. I slept under the stars out here, and so yeah, I'm a little bit sleepy. Didn't work out too well. I'll definitely utilize the farmhouse in the future. That is for sure. All right. So there we go. We have one field fertilized. 2 applications of fertilizer. And we'll go ahead and do the same here. I actually think I inadvertently fertilized like this one little strip over here to the left. I'm pretty sure that I fertilized that when I was applying the first round of fertilizer to field 4. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I did that. I mean, it's not the worst thing, right? But in any case, we'll go ahead and knock this out. I don't know if it even really matters if you lower it or not. And I will say this, next time, just for the sake of, you know, for visibility purposes, I know that I only really had to do this like twice before. So I know it has nothing to do with that, but like I can't really tell so much as where I've left off because of the weeds. So I know I'm fertilizing more than I need to, but that's okay. And that's another thing I'm kind of making a note of as well, is the amount of fertilizer that I did buy. To fertilize 2 fields, I didn't need that much. So that's okay. You know, again, all of this right now initially is a learning experience. How much do you need? Not really being sure how much you're going to need. As you can tell there, I mean, we have 100% fertilization. So that's good. Over here we have fertilization as well. All at 100% fertilization, so all is good there. Now we do need to address the weeds, but in the meantime, what I am going to do is I have to run up and get a weeder. So since I already have this hooked up, I usually don't always have to take it back to the shop, but in this case, I almost forgot where I was going. In this case, because we already have to go up anyway, I'm just gonna take it up and drop it off for them. So once again, we jumped into the Challenger tractor and made our way to our, well, home away from home, the shop. This time, as I said, it was to return the Amazon fertilizer spreader, as we were no longer going to need that for this season. But while there, we also picked up our new toy, or I should say, new necessity, which was the Pottinger Rotocare V12400 weeder. My only concern with this, while it looked like it would be the best tool for the job to do this as quickly and efficiently as possible, was that it was going to require 160 horsepower, which is what our tractor also provides. But I was confident that the Challenger tractor would be up for the task at hand, so I grabbed it anyway. We were able to lease this weeder for $1,836. Not bad for what I hope will also give us an additional increase in our yield bonus for our canola. So with the fertilizer spreader returned and the weeder hooked up to the tractor, it was time to get it home and get the weeding done on our canola. So we got everything weeded. We got everything fertilized. And you can see now with the weeding that we did, we now have a 95% yield bonus. So second round of fertilizer, 100% fertilization, 95% yield bonus. In this case, 97% yield bonus. I'm going to assume that if we did the rolling on this, that it would probably give us, you know, the 100% bonus. Hey, we've got some honey. Sweet. All right, we've got some honey. Good deal. Oh, they're just hanging out. They're just chilling and relaxing. They're all... Yeah, I know. I'm going to miss you guys, but it's time to sell you. So unfortunately, it was that time to say goodbye for now to our cows. And their sale of the 3 Angus cows that we had gave the farm $3,150. Since we no longer had the cows, there was really no need to keep the pasture around for the time being. So the sale of the pasture also gave an additional $7,473 back to do as we see fit. After initially wanting to do something with the space that the cow pasture had been used for, I decided, looking behind the grain silo, that for now, that was going to be the spot that I was going to focus on. So for $18,003, I purchased a medium-sized mushroom greenhouse capable of growing enoki and oyster mushrooms. So now that we have a greenhouse, that greenhouse requires water. As you guessed it, we need another piece of equipment, which also meant we had to go back to the shop again. This time to purchase the 1600 water trailer from ABI Attachments. And for $17,000, for what I needed it for, I didn't think that was too bad of a price to pay. So we hooked it up, brought it home, so that we could fill up our greenhouse for the first time and hopefully get those mushrooms growing in time for their peak selling month. Alright, so let's go over here. Let's see if this is going to cost anything to use this. Hopefully not. So it looks like no additional cost for using our on-site water tank, so that's good. And I was going to buy the bigger water tank. I'm glad I didn't do that because it didn't even need all of the water that it could hold. Good morning, Walter. How are you today? All right. So here we are in the month of October. The leaves are starting to change color a little bit here on the farm. Our bees are busy buzzing. Busy buzzing. Try and say that 5 times fast. No, I'm not going to do it. We are spending a lot of money right now, and that is okay in my book. So what we have here is we took out the other hives. So we now have a total of 99 hives. So I'm really hoping that this is going to end up producing a lot more honey. We have 1 mushroom greenhouse on the property as well. We have our 2 fields of canola. So all in all, I really am happy with what we're doing here in terms of that. If I could get another greenhouse, I would. I think that the best thing to do right now, and I want to just check our fields. I want to see how the weeds are doing. So we don't seem to have any weeds. So that is good. So all in all, we're making some really good progress. Now what I'm going to do, obviously with the funds that we have, we're down to $48,000. So I think that the best thing to do right now is to maybe seek out some contracting work. We'll look at some contracts here. Oh man, there's a $14,000 contract for cotton right now. All right, so we're gonna learn how to harvest cotton. I'm gonna hook this up, and we are going to have... They've got some people here at the shop. Some of the workers here at the shop will actually pitch in and help out and take this over. So I'm gonna have somebody take this tractor and this equipment here, and we'll have the cotton equipment, the cotton harvester. So I'm gonna have somebody take this harvester, and I'm gonna take this tractor. We're gonna get on over so you can see here what we have to do is we have to harvest the cotton, field 76, and then take it to the spinnery. So down here is field 76. That is where we have to go. And then if we zoom out here, we gotta find, I don't know where the spinnery is. Okay, and the spinnery is up here. We have 13 hours to get this done. So let's go ahead, and we're gonna get somebody moving and get that harvester to field 76. I should probably follow him because he doesn't look too steady. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow. I think I'm gonna follow them. I mean, I appreciate the willingness to help me and all, but I will say that made me a little uncomfortable watching that. Oh. Yeah, I guess, you know, when you question whether something seems like a good idea or not, if your gut's telling you, I should probably worry about that. You should probably worry about that. What are they doing? Come on! Go! What is going on up here? Hey man, are you alright? Oh boy. Okay, well, we've got to stand still, folks, so we're right here. I guess I better take over. Got this all sorts of messed up. And now I've got the tractor just sitting in the middle of the field. In the middle of the road. Alright, I just wanted to get out of the way of everybody there. Jeez. For how, okay. I might be able to finally get this thing going on its way. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I don't know what it is right now, but the AI is not wanting to work. And I have my tractor back there, probably causing a traffic jam. Not probably, I know it is. All because I can't get any help in this being driven down to the spot. And I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that it's the harvester as much as it is it's just not wanting to work. And as you can see, like, I don't have far to go, and I need to basically stay on this road the whole time, and for some reason this does not want to seem to go. It says the target's unreachable. We are literally staying on this road. And it's like I'm trying to get this to start working because I need to get the tractor down here. I don't think the tractor's even going to make it if I try to have AI do it. And by the way, as you can see, I literally had to pay for that. I had to pay for that. I don't even know why I had to pay for that, but I did. Because they drove it a short distance. $36 to go that far and then cause a traffic jam on top of it. Amazing. I'm causing a traffic jam, I would imagine. Unless everybody just got sick of my nonsense and just ended up driving around me. I wouldn't blame them. So now I gotta drive this down. I'd be really curious to know if in fact the tractor would make it. Should I try and do it? Let's try and do it. Let's just stop. We're obviously staying on the road right here that we're on. So let's see if I can get it to just go all the way down here. See what happens. Wow. So the tractor's working. So let's get on it with harvesting cotton for the first time. While working on the cotton harvest, I wanted to stop by the homestead quick, and so I got some hired help to continue with harvesting because I had a nagging thought about the greenhouse. I was thinking about something with regard to the greenhouse, and I realized, I'm like, I don't think I activated anything after I filled it up. And there we go. So we have that activated now. I just completely forgot about that. I was like, I went in here real quick to look, and I was like, man, why is nothing happening? It's because I didn't activate anything. So FYI, you have to activate things to grow when you have a greenhouse. In checking in on the progress of the cotton harvest, it looked like everything was going well with the hired help, and so I felt that while the opportunity was there, it was time to pick up yet another contract, this one to harvest green beans at Field 91 to then be delivered to the Grain Barge Terminal 1 for $11,638 with only an equipment rental fee of $779. I felt that despite the time limit we had to complete the contract, having a contract running for $14,000 for cotton and the additional $11,638 from the green bean contract, I figured since the money is there, we may as well make what we can while it's there to make it. Running 2 contracts at once, not exactly ideal for me, not exactly fun, but I felt it was the best thing to do, despite the fact that I would be working into the night. We made an extra $6,793. That is nothing to complain about. So if we go into our contract here, and we also collect that, we're going to collect $13,786. So now we can head on up, and we will go ahead and check in on the green bean progress. I mean, this is moving along really, really slowly here. And it's time for this person, unfortunately, to get fired because we have to get this done. All right. So with our last contract for the green beans, the extra additional money for the harvest, we're now up to $84,000. $84,565 to be exact, but that was a good. Those were 2 good jobs to do, and I will say this as far as being able to kind of determine if what I want to do green beans, what I want to harvest or grow cotton. I don't know. The green beans are slow. If we take a look here at the prices, and we're almost at the peak price there, but you can see our peak price being what it is. That's okay as long as you have enough. We had quite a bit in terms of that contract, and I'm not complaining. That contract was completely worth it to me. And between the cotton contract and the green bean contract, we made a significant amount of money. So right there is our contract income, $24,644. And again, that was basically over those 2 contracts. So I did have a little bit of expense in terms of borrowing the equipment for each of the jobs, and also to having some help. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get everything put away here because we are basically done in terms of the things that we have to do. Actually, you know what? I have to go and move that trailer. We'll leave it right there. And then we'll go ahead and grab our water trailer and put that in the barn as well. So all together, I'm very, very happy overall with the progress that has been made so far, with both of the contracts being what they were. Really helped out a bunch. And really the challenge is going to be now going into the time of the year that we're going to be going into here. On the plus side, in the next episode, what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to sell the canola that we've harvested. We'll be able to sell the wheat that we harvested. So with all that said, you know, at least there's that. I don't know that we'll have any honey to sell, but we may. It all depends. Same with the mushrooms. This early on with both of those things, I don't know that we'll have enough to sell anything, but we will be able to empty out the grain silos and be able to at least get a little bit more money coming in based off of the work that we did here at our farm. But that being said, if there's contracts available and it's worth the time to do them, then I'll absolutely do them. I do want to bring in another income stream into the farm sooner than later, and that's going to require a little bit of an investment up front just to make that happen. I'm trying to do everything without having to rely on bank loans, but I do know that at some point in time, it's probably going to come down to needing to borrow money. And as long as I can get certain things in place to where it's like, okay, if I have to borrow money, to have a couple different options or opportunities when it comes to income, money coming in for things that are established here, then fine. But I'm trying to get certain things in place now to maybe help that but trying to do that where I can, you know, pay it in cash and not have to go into debt to do it just yet. Because I know that when it gets into the, you know, the bigger pieces of equipment and things like that, we're probably going to have to take loans at some point to accomplish some of those things. But to do it this early on, I really don't want to do that if I can help it. So in the next episode, though, that's what we'll do. We're going to just go through the winter months here in Riverbend Springs, see what kind of work we can find to keep ourselves busy in the slower period of the year, and we'll go from there. We'll definitely work our way most likely into spring, though, in the next episode. So work will pick up. All of that will increase. So that'll be a good time, I'm sure. Thank you very much for joining me for another day here on the farm. I really appreciate you taking any of your time out of your day to spend it here with me. Thank you very much for that. If you're new here and you want to follow along and see the progress of the farm and all of what happens here, please feel free to subscribe. It greatly helps out the channel. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up as well. If you're playing Farming Simulator, let me know what your thoughts are on it. Is this the first year that you're playing it? How long have you been playing it? I'm curious to know, so let me know down in the comments. But until next time, my name's Jers. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.